It's Peppermint John's Fight Reviews.
Hulk. What even is a Hulk? Oh, he a boat. Did you know that a depressed Hulk is a claw? Hulk. Nah, not that one. 2008's Incredible Hulk. Is it MCU? Well, here's what I know about the shenanigans around Hulk in the MCU. This Abomination, not this one, was made by Universal Pictures and Marvel. It flopped bad.
Why do you cry, feeble one?
Don't even worry about it. Now, 2008's Incredible Hulk was primarily made by Marvel Studios, just like the highly successful god-tier film Iron Man, R.I.P., along with its own after-credit scene from the Son of God himself, making it MCU canon, I guess. Since then, Disney acquired Marvel, but they still can't make no new Hulk movies, because Universal still holds the distribution rights to solo Hulk movies.
Capitalism.
Meaning they can use the big guy, but they can't make anything titled Hulk. Yet. But don't abandon hope, boys and girls and Spectrum people. We finna get a She-Hulk series on Disney Plus. You heard me? A big ol' She-Hulk. Only one pronoun necessary, and it's she. On Disney Plus. This particular Hulk is played by Edward Norton. He's a fugitive hiding out in Brazil after Hulk smashing the general's daughter, Betty Ross. Working in a soda factory, researching his blood, trying to find a cure for his Hulkness, as well as training with the Rickson Gracie to control his anger. He's a famous MMA fighter. His family trained the guys that trained Joe Rogan.
Smack, smack, smack.
Meanwhile, SEAL Team Whatever gets deployed to capture the Hulk. You learn later that they were not briefed properly on what they were up against. We finally get introduced to whom I feel is a hidden gem of a character, Emil Blonsky. Blonsky, played by Tim Roth. Easily looked over in Marvel movie villains, he's somehow made a lasting impression on me. Y'all may see the somewhat cliche man whose ambition turned him into a monster type beat.
It's about drive, it's about power.
But looking deeper into his specific nutcase, I see a pretty good foil for Bruce Banner. Being the man who desperately resists his monster inside, Blonsky is the man who desperately wants his monster inside loose. It's a good dive into the psyche of these types of guys. The ones who become special forces, SEALs, mercenaries, whatever.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back!
He encountered the Hulk, pooped himself, changed his pants, and noticed his raging erection. He wants that power. The general wants him to have that power because he wants that power. Sounds pretty toxic to me. So they begin to juice him up with some super soldier serum. You know, some shit no one else has injected in him? Let's take a look at how Blonsky does after he gets a hit of that super scissor. This one begins with the army tracking Bruce down again, this time on a college campus. The yard makes for a great setting for this fight. It's all green. I really do love the look of this Hulk. I used to feel this iteration was really the best, but I've since fallen in love with our lumbering ape-like Hulk through the Avengers. This Hulk, though bigger and has better posture, I would call it more of an athletic build. He's low-key too ripped.
It's unbelievable. Look at the body. Look at that bubble butt.
And his face is a little scary. This fight is quick. The series of events are summed up to them trying to shoot Hulk.
Patrick! And there comes a giant fish!
Patrick, no!
Blonsky fighting for his life with a hard-on.
Let me play with it!
No, Patrick! Patrick!
And there comes a giant fish!
Patrick, no!
They farted on Hulk with some cannons. And then bringing us back to this moment.
Is that it?
Blonsky, pull back now.
Is that all you got?
I don't really know what else to say, besides Blonsky must have lost his goddamn mind. I don't know why he can't sense he's in great danger being in Hulk's dick-slapping range. Blonsky, don't let these niggas gas you up.
You're that guy.
Got kicked in your chest. You eat a dick, nigga.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Blonsky kinda dumb. Well, I want y'all to know, yes, he is kinda dumb. Moving on. At this point, Blonsky's probably about Captain America level, with his basic superhuman agility, strength, and healing factor. And shout out to that healing factor, because without it, he would definitely be out of commission and potentially smothered to death with a pillow in his sleep.
Gotta protect those government interests.
He made a full recovery. No mention of how he directly ignored orders from the general from before. I don't know, but keep it going. I love seeing a plan come together. So throughout the film, they have been alluding to a scientist that Banner has been sending his blood on the dark web in hopes of finding a cure. The feds intercepted his message and are on their way with our boy, off the juice like a fiend. Just to be extremely disappointed that Banner has already been tranquilized.
Oh, shit.
God damn. I know it's hilarious, but uncalled for. Look at his face. He didn't have to do it like that. That's his boss's daughter. And gives him some smacks like he owes him money. He was slick trying to get to him first to run the fate again. Blonsky need more juice. And of course the scientist gives it to him. Got that thick ass spine now, remember? And he demands to make everything else just as thick and spiky and like a cactus, except for not like a cactus at all. A goddamn abomination.
Like a monster.
By the way, this guy was supposed to be the character, the leader from the Hulk comics. That's kind of cool. I don't know. He's got a big old head. I know who they should cast next. So Blonsky achieved his final form at last. And he's as ugly as he is terrifying. I mean, damn. Built like a monster from Space Jam on crack and ketamine and creatine for the gains, of course. Compared to how he looks in the comics, all he's really missing is the ears. I don't know why they left him earless while the iconic Abomination has unique fish face ears. At this point, he's pretty much on par with the Hulk in every way, except he's an evil bastard. In classic monster fashion, Abomination wastes no time fucking the city up. Not being sure if he can even transform anymore, Banner jumps from the helicopter like a payload, hoping that the Hulk will appear and cushion the fall, on strength of his girthy beefiness. His beefy girthiness? They're kinda like kaiju, you know, like Godzilla and King Kong. City on fire, people screaming, plenty of casualties, police and military can't do shit. But they're small. Hulk stands up and goes, and Abomination is instantly ready for the fade, as he just chucks this poor civilian into the fog. Look at that smile. They rush each other. And blow, boom, wham, I say bow. Man, Hulk don't know what just happened. Look how he threw his ass through a bus. I find this so funny, like Hulk so far in the whole universe has never, I mean never, got rocked like that.
Get up, nigga!
That's the way to do it though. Hulk gets his power through rage. Slump him immediately, he'd be having sweet dreams, you know?
Fuck 12.
I wonder if there was possibly some police still in that car. Oh well. Police car, boxing gloves. Watch this, count this. That's a 12 piece. Plus one more because he was a bitch. So there was some of this, and some of this, and now back to this. Interesting enough, you can see what I can only describe as a little bit of bitch on his face.
When you wake up and look in the mirror, remind yourself that you a bitch. When you go to sleep, remind yourself you a bitch. When you look at your mama, say, mama, I'm a bitch.
Hulk getting his ass whooped, holding this man like he still owe him money. And then the evil bastard gets real grimy with the spike elbow. Hulk then takes a peek at his lady watching him get worked. It's true she in danger from the impending helicopter explosion, but I'm accounting at least 60% of this power boost to the fact that if he doesn't start performing, let's just say Betty gonna start feeling real dry about this big green guy, if you know what I mean.
You know I'm lit. You know I'm lit.
So you know as Hulk do, he gets mad and start overpowering Abomination. just in time for the helicopter to explode. Hulk makes it clap, blowing out the fire. If I'm not mistaken, the Hulk thunderclap is a classic Hulk ability, at least in the games. Hulk then takes a second to stare at Betty like a simp, and then instantly learns why you don't do such things. Now I feel like it might be a bit of a stretch. I've been seeing metaphors and shit. Now check this out. Let's say these bells or whatever are his nuts. After clacking them together, he sees the general and becomes instantly aggro. As the general's former subordinate, he definitely wants to crush him with his newfound power, being said large metaphorical nuts. Hulk intercepts with a classic Hulk smash, leading to Abomination losing his grip and his nuts simultaneously, as they fling into the air. Hold up, I know someone who loves making up metaphorical bullshit. Jordan Peterson.
Eon-controlled flying nuts represent the chaos in man, while gravity being the divine feminine actually causes the nuts to fall back onto the head of the tyrannical beast of darkness. Now you must be like the Incredible Hulk, a hero, and with his own chaos, which is green, grabs hold of those nuts and uses them as a bind to strangle the tyrannical beast of darkness into submission, because it is what he's into. He's into the cheat.
Like and subscribe, please. Alright, get out of here. You're embarrassing. But yes, Hulk takes the chains and strangles Blonsky in an epic and almost sadistic way. He literally pulls out his elbow bone and stabs him with it. Hulk manages to secure the victory, but not sure why Betty didn't want him to finish the job. Probably one of those, "You're not a monster, Banner, don't do it" reasons or some shit, but clearly Abomination is a monster. Why not kill him? Or let the military have him? I mean, yep, that's dumb, but whatever. So the hype for this one is tricky. Sure, Abomination is one of the most popular Hulk villains, but also, who really gives a fuck about Hulk villains? I personally feel Blonsky is a great villain in general for this kind of story. Like I said earlier, Blonsky is a man who saw the Hulk's power and desperately wanted it. That's kind of new. While Banner is constantly trying to rid himself of said power. Watching Blonsky slowly become a monster himself and then square up with the Hulk was pretty fun, with a decent payoff. Interesting little dynamic there, along with the fact that it's always fun to watch these big bastards punch the shit out of each other. To sum it up, the story was cool because Hulk and Blonsky have decent foil-esque characters. The fight was pretty epic because of the power and savagery displayed in the brawl. Police car, boxing gloves, elbow spike, and whatnot. Hype was about on par with the story. Decent build up to Blonsky getting Hulk's powers, plus the rematch element where Blonsky got to fight him before and after his transformation.
Processing.
High tier, mid. Like and subscribe, bitch. I didn't mean to call you a bitch.
Grabs hold of those nuts.
Get ready for the next battle. I fade him. Run it. I fade him. I need that. I fade him. Run it. I knock him down.